Good evening, Sagittarius. Today is Saturday. I was going to say September again. Saturday, February 24th, 2024. I am recording on the day of the full moon in Virgo. So this is a great time if you're watching around this time to purge anything that no longer serves you, focusing on yourself, focusing on your health, focusing on your boundaries and your physical environment, and making sure that you're cleaning out, you're doing your spring cleaning, both internally, spiritually, and in your physical environment. Mercury and Saturn are going to be quite active at this time as well. So perhaps we might be getting some communication, or we might be coming across some themes communicating with regards to ourselves, or getting some communication and needing to set boundaries as well, okay? Or some karmic justice coming in too. Okay, so that being said, this reading is for the month of March 2024. This is the last full moon as well of the astrological year before we get into Aries season. Okay, so that being said, let's dive right in. I have already shuffled the cards. On the bottom of this deck, we have the Queen of Cups. So, focusing on things that bring us joy, and you see that she has a cup here that kind of looks like a trophy, and she holds it dear to her heart. And so we want to be encouraged to put our focus and be mindful of where we are putting our focus, and making sure that it is aligned with the things that we value, and aligned with our purpose and with our mission in life. Okay, and then on the bottom of this deck we have the Eight of Pentacles. Okay, and he is analyzing these. So the Eight of Pentacles signifies work, okay, and quality work, and what you're putting your focus into. So making sure what you're spending your time on for work is aligned with your values and bringing joy to your heart. And can you say that you're proud to be doing what you're doing, and it makes a difference in the world, okay? So that being said, let's dive right in now, okay? All right, card number one, we have the Two of Cups. Okay, so the Two of Cups can signify love, obviously. So we have two individuals that come from two different backgrounds, or two different locations. They are meant to look different, okay? And they are making an agreement to love each other and to become in a partnership. So that being said, it can signify love, but it can also signify business, considering the card that was on the bottom of this deck here with regards to work. It can signify business partnerships, okay? And making some deals with regards to some different business partnerships. It can also signify communicating with your higher self, okay? So like I said earlier, Mercury is going to be quite potent around the time of the full moon in Virgo. So this is the staff of Hermes, which is another name for Mercury. Okay, and then this is to signify communication with our higher self as well. Okay, so let's keep moving. That's all I'm getting from this. So make sure that perhaps you're meditating, giving some time to tap into your higher self, or maybe communicate with your angels or your spirit guides. They might be having something to say to you, or you're maybe going to be partnering with new spirit guides or something like that. So make yourself known to them. Give yourself some time and some space where you can have some quiet time to reflect on yourself and open yourself up to be able to channel that information, or open yourself to channel that communication from things that, and entities, or your higher self that might be wanting to communicate with you. Okay, and it doesn't necessarily only have to be when you're meditating. The signs and symbols can come during the day with synchronicities, things that happen in your day-to-day life, things, sounds that you hear on the radio, signs, like literal signs, or animals as well. Okay, so if something gives you a feeling that it means something, it probably does. So just pay attention to your intuition, okay? For our second card, we have the Tower. So perhaps, since we have it with the Two of Cups, perhaps a new partnership is going to turn your life around, Sagittarius. Okay, so I don't consider the Tower to be a negative card. If we have always stayed stagnant and things have never changed or given us an opportunity to have to pivot or be creative, we would grow, right? So Tower moments can be uncomfortable, but it's through that uncomfortableness that you develop your character and you see what you're really made out of, right? So I'm just noticing as well that there is a crown here, so there could be some sort of authority figure perhaps in your personal life, or maybe we're going to be seeing something on a global level where some sort of authority figure is brought back down to earth or crumbled and not exist anymore. But we'll have to see what the other signs get as well. But you know, the story of the Tower can signify needing to come back down to earth. We kept building the tower, not living in reality. And then the Tower either makes us jump out, okay, from the burning tower. So you choose to jump out, or you fall out. You're forced to fall out, or you're pushed out. So what choice are you going to make during this uncomfortable situation that could be happening? Okay, we'll get some more information about that, but this doesn't necessarily have to be negative. Perhaps there might be an offer coming in or some sort of communication coming in or partnership where your life takes a turn for the better, right? And it drastically changes your life. So it's all a matter of perspective. And I think this is a very big theme that's coming up and how we can determine if and how we raise our consciousness is the perspective that we take when things happen in our life, bad or good, right? Do you take the victim mentality, or do you use it as an opportunity for growth? Yeah. So it's always important to know that things are always going to happen in our lives. It's a matter of how we react to them. And if we don't learn our lessons from situations, the situations are just going to manifest themselves again and again, but in a different way until we do learn our lessons. So take heed with that as we move on. Also in the Aries reading, with regards to the moon, they had also these little solar flares or something that, you know, that's how it tapped into that energy. And I feel like this perhaps might be saying the same thing. So let me know in the comments if you've been feeling a lot of upgrade energies, or if you're physically feeling, if you're physically going through some transformations because of the energies that are coming in from outside of our world. I'll put it that way. Okay, we have, with regards to the Schumann resonance, we've been getting lots of energy, light energy coming into Earth. There's been a lot of solar flares, M-class solar flares coming in. I know I haven't been able to sleep some nights. Some days I've been sleeping a lot. I've been physically ill out of blue, and I'm not pregnant or anything. So, and have a lot of skin issues with regards to, like, there's a lot of DNA upgrades. There's a lot of ascension symptoms that are happening. So let me know, perhaps this is just breaking us down so that we can move into the new world, right? our next card is Temperance. Yes, so this is a card of Sagittarius. So Temperance is a card of being able to turn one thing into another, to transmute, right? So if our world is being brought down into crumbling ruins, right, how can you transmute that into something positive? Okay, you could always build from the ashes something brand new. So I know I have about 4 planets in Sagittarius, and how can you rebuild yourself? Don't take this opportunity as things are breaking down all around you, as perhaps a sign to take an opportunity to become the person that you were always meant to be, right? Having that, tapping into your higher self, unlearning everything that you have learned in this lifetime, and figuring out who you really are, right? And you wouldn't know that if life was hunky-dory all the time, right? Crises and hardships make you realize who you are and what your values are and where you stand in the world and what's important to you, right? So utilize these struggles, because the sun is coming up behind the mountains, and the mountains is our goal, right? When we have the moon card, we have this path, right? And this angel is stepping in the pool of universal consciousness, and one foot is in and one foot is out, right? So we're tapping in to our subconscious, but we're also in reality, right? And that could be this card too. One thing is our subconscious, and one person is our conscious, and then we're tapping into our higher self, right? And helping us navigate through these tough times. But use this as an opportunity to rebrand yourself, or to become the best version of yourself that you can be, right? Shed all of what you are not and become who you truly are, okay? I think our angels are trying to tap into our consciousness, and we need to meditate a little bit more to get some communication, because I see here this angel, he's vibrating around his head. So perhaps in his third eye, he's trying to communicate with us. So we need to pay attention. Perhaps he will help us navigate how to turn water into wine, right? Turn one thing into another. It's all perspective, right? As a door closes, another one opens, but you don't see it if you're wallowing in your self-pity. Okay, number 2. So with the 2 of Cups, let's go. We have strength. Tap into your reserves of strength, my dear Sagittarius. We are more stronger than we know and what people give us credit for, right? This lady, she is putting her, usually on the normal Rider-Waite deck, she's putting her hand in the lion's mouth, okay? But she's taming the lion, and the lion's tail is in between his legs, which means he's not scared, he's quite tamed at the moment. And she's hugging him. So this card can signify having done your shadow work and integrating your shadows and making them work for you, using your shadows and transmuting them into something productive, okay? When I was younger and I got upset about things, I would drink and utilize things that were not really healthy for me. But when I woke up, the problem was still there, right? Now, when something bothers me, I go to the gym. And I work at like that physical, like lifting of heavy things really helps. And I'm thinking about stuff, I'm listening to music and I'm processing it, right? And it helps me, and it's transmuting that into energy, okay? Or you can play music, but use it to fuel something good and productive that will assist you moving forward. Okay, this is a card, also a number 8 card, and she has the infinity symbol above her head. And this is a good, this 2024 is an 8 year, which is good for finances and stability and professional life and career and stuff like that. Finances, okay? So there might be some partnerships coming in with regards to things like that. But I think what this card is signifying for us, it's a card from Leo. Leo leads with his heart, okay? And we are being asked to dig in to our reserves of strength. We're almost breaking through to the other side. And we need to tap into that while we have the Tower in order for us to transmute. And what kind of strength do you need to transmute something negative into something positive? Make your demons, your internal demons, work for you, right? With the Tower, we have the 9 of, I knew this was going to come up. We have the 9 of Wands. Okay, the 9 of Wands came up for Aries, and it had come up last week for me, my own personal reading. So with the Tower, we have the 9 of Wands. Okay, so the Tower with the 9 of Wands. The 9 of Wands signifies knowing that you're going to break through to the other side. That's why I had said that just a minute ago or 30 seconds ago, because I think I felt this energy. So we're almost breaking through the other side. The battle is almost won, okay? The Tower is almost crumbled to its core. And we need to tap into our reserves of strength to just keep going until it's done. We're almost broken through to the other side. This card signifies to us as well to utilize all of the lessons that we have learned through our life and all of the trials and tribulations that we have learned our lessons through. And we're integrating them now. We are integrating them and we are transmuting them into strength. To persevere through any of these changes that might be happening in the world or in our personal lives. But we are strong now, Sagittarius. And we have the ability, because we have gone through a lot. This is the wounded warrior. Okay? And you're not giving up. The battle is almost won. The Tower is almost collapsed fully. And we need to persevere. This card can also signify any sort of projects that you've been working on. Learn to pivot. Like, don't always put your eggs in one basket. Just keep on trying things and throwing things to the wall to see what sticks. So you're persevering. So if something doesn't work, you're trying something else. Something doesn't work, even if it's like coping strategies or situations to help to get your mind out of things, right? If something doesn't work, you're gonna try something else, but you're gonna keep on trying. Okay. And there might be some unexpected help here. So we have 2 cards with 2 people on it. And this guy here, he is normally on the normal Rider-Waite. Like, there's this new guy here. So there's usually just one guy. Okay. He's kind of weirded out by him. Yeah. But so any new people, you're not going to be trusting them right away. Okay, we've learned our lessons, right? But don't close yourself off to help either. Okay, keep your guard up, but don't close yourself off from help, because we're almost there. Okay, almost breaking through to the other side. Can't do this alone. You can't trust people either. Last card, we have the 2 of Swords. So that's with Temperance. Okay, so we're transmuting things, transmuting negative things to positive, or if you're not mindful, you can transmute positive things into negative things based on your perspective and your mental frame of mind and how you look at things in the world, right? Because something good can be something bad depending on how you look at things. And this is kind of signifying that too. So we have this lady, she's sitting where she's always been. This is the story of the Two of Swords. She's sitting where she's always been. She needs to move. She needs to get off her seat and move. There's a new island in the back here that hasn't been there before. New opportunities. But she's stuck. She needs to take her blindfold off. And so normally she's holding on to these two swords herself. But here, we have more two people, an extra two people. We have two people here. Subconscious and conscious, perhaps. Our subconscious and conscious, we need to tap into our subconscious and conscious. Okay, maybe our heart and our mind, they're fighting. Which one do you believe in? Well, you're going to utilize the past lessons that you've learned in the past. And you're not going to make decisions blindly. You are going to tap into your heart. You're going to tap into your mind, your brain, and then you're going to make a decision. But it's telling you that there's not just two options. Okay? It's not this or that. There could be other options. It's not black and white. There's a lot of gray, a lot of shades of gray. And that's where the answer is, the new island. So it's not this or that. It's over here. Okay? But making that decision too, utilizing, tapping into your higher self. She's blindfolded. She's trusting in her intuition. Okay? So there's major changes coming through to you, Sagittarius, in the month of March. Maybe some partnerships or new love that is going to change your life around. I don't think it is love. It's not love. There's an opportunity or some sort of partnership coming your way that is going to turn your life around. And depending on your perspective of it, you're going to decide if it's good or bad. But you have the power to change your life with your perspective, depending on what is happening around you. And don't dwell on making a decision between two things. Focus on the new island. You're almost breaking through to the other side, and make sure that you're going to integrate all of your lessons that you've learned in the past when you do make this decision. Okay? I hope that resonated for you. And if you didn't resonate with it, check out your sun, moon, rising, and your Venus to get a more holistic picture, even if it did resonate with you. And like and subscribe if you did like it. And I will catch you on the other side of this March reading. Okay? Have a wonderful day.